Hey guys, this is Nick. Welcome to our YouTube channel. You are about to watch a clip. If you like this clip, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcast to listen to the full episode. And a really important thing, if you like the clip on YouTube, please go smash that subscribe button. You got to smash it, otherwise it doesn't count. And like our videos, comment. We love the community that we're building on here. So thank you.
Well, we are super excited to talk football. We're super excited to talk about this upcoming match. So we're going to start by getting a little bit of a preview about what's going on with Southampton's start to the season so far. So in case you're not aware of exactly how their journey is going to date, we're going to talk about the importance of the result for both sides. Get in then finally to our wonderfully inaccurate match predictions, such as lineups and score predictions at the end, because Nick is so good at it this season. And
Kobe.
No, not at all. But good Lakers shout out to their wonderful championship. So we're going to jump right in. We're going to talk about Southampton and how they've done so far this season. So I think we're going to turn it right over to you, Matt, and ask, how are you feeling about the first run of games, the return to this season, especially in the context of last season, where you were almost looking over the precipice at what a championship side for Southampton would be, and thanks to some wonderful results from other teams, helped to lift up Southampton from that fate?
Yeah, so there were long stretches of last year where everybody was concerned about the future of the club, and the 9-0, which we all as Southampton fans joke about. There's basically a poll to see how soon the announcers will mention it whenever we play a match. The 9-0
easy
comes
betting
up.
odds. That's
yeah,
easy.
Under 5 all the time, and it usually happens. So, going forward from there were a lot of people thinking that Ralph, if the board were to let him go at that point, people kind of understood that might have been, the right thing to do. But I think most fans were happy that Ralph stuck around. And then the turnaround since the enforced break, I think was fantastic. And the results that went forward from there really gave Southampton fans a lot of confidence going into this season. We felt like we just needed a couple of signings maybe, and some improvements over the summer transfer window, and then we would be kind of set. And then this year happened, and the Athletic put out a poll, and we were top of the table in terms of being positive for the season. Like 98.9% of fans were positive. And then we lost 1-0 to Crystal Palace and 5-2 to Spurs. Our new signings didn't really get on the pitch, and everybody kind of started freaking out. We had this super high line against Spurs that just watched us get carved open over and over again. It was Harry Kane with all kinds of space to play a ball into Son. It was just like, what's happening? And at that point, everybody freaked out, and everybody kind of like, what's happening? And then since then, we've gotten 2 wins. We beat Burnley, who they've frustrated us in recent seasons. So I'd say the immediate start wasn't great. If we choose to play a line that high again, like we did against Spurs, I have no doubt that you guys will tear us to pieces. But I think we've learned a little bit of a lesson. But going into West Brom, we needed to take those points. We managed all 18 points against the promoted sides last year, so we were looking to continue that. And I'd say right now we're kind of back where we started, maybe not 98.9% positive, but 6 points from 4 games. Southampton will take it, I think.
I think Burnley do that to everybody, by the way. They have been a bogey club for us in the past, although we've beaten them pretty soundly as of late. I remember thinking last year, and obviously the 9-0 is the one that everyone's got to remember because it's just so recognizable as a scoreline. But I also remember that you guys had a just clinical performance against Man City at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. I remember you guys beating Leicester in the payback game at the end of the year, which helped us dramatically as we climbed to a Champions League spot. So thank you. And then I remember you beating us at the Bridge on Boxing Day, and so it tells me that there are big game performances in your team. It may not be as consistent as you would hope for as a Southampton fan, obviously, but can you maybe talk about the mentality of the team going into a game like Chelsea? This is obviously going to be a tough one for both of us probably, but just talent disparity would say it's probably going to be a little bit harder on you guys.
Yeah. No, I think if you look at the squad depth, obviously you guys have, I'm envious, I should say, not only because you have an American that plays for you, but also because just the rest of your squad, everybody playing fantasy football probably owns all of you guys and maybe just Danny Ings for us or maybe Alex McCarthy, but that's because he's cheap. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think in terms of those performances, that game at the Bridge, we didn't have Danny Ings play that match, and we all kind of looked at the lineup and went like, "Why did I just get up on 1.5 hours sleep to watch this?" And yet I was surprised. That goal from Michael Obafemi and the dance after was fantastic, and it does show you, it does tell you a little bit about the mentality of the team, and Hassan Hoodle has the team playing in a way where kind of up and down the squad, everybody's going to come out and run and press, and there's kind of no room for you in the squad if you don't. And we saw that over the summer. Sofiane Boufal, who everybody can see has a ton of talent. He can beat people off the dribble. He is inconsistent, but in the end, he just wouldn't do enough running, and Hasenhüttl wanted nothing to do with him. We let guys walk away, kind of severed their contracts this season and just said, go play elsewhere. And that's a huge step for a club we did it to our record signing as well. To let 19 million kind of walk away like that because he just doesn't fit anymore shows that we have some belief in the club and the manager is really demanding certain things out of the squad. So I'm actually pretty happy with that. And I think that despite, some of our guys coming back from international duty, we have Stuart Armstrong who tested positive for COVID-19. He's been isolating away with Scotland. So I doubt he'll come back and play because he won't be able to enter training until Friday. So he probably is out. I know we're going to talk about predictions later, but I'm just thinking about the guys that could be on the pitch. But basically, they're all known quantities, and they're all going to do the exact same thing they've been doing. The only question is who fills in on that right wing spot, our inside 10 position, and then we'll see. It might be Theo Walcott. So I think there's a little bit of history there. So I think we'll see how he gets on.